Great. Welcome everybody to this webinar that you joined in to hear more about the Master Program in Product and Interior Design from Raffles in Milano. Now, before we go over to Milan with the two presenters that we have lined up for you, I'd like to briefly explain some interactive options we have for you. So first of all, you can, in the chat, you can tell us where you're logging in from. I already see some people doing that. So great to see that way where you all are logging in from today. But also, if you have any questions, you can do that through the panel next to it. Questions, please write them there. That way we make sure we don't miss out on your questions, and we will be taking care of them at the end of the session. Also, I'll be opening up a couple of poll questions to you, just to get some more feedback from you as well, and to get to know you a bit better. So I'll be opening up those throughout the session as well. And last but not least, you also have the option to react. At the bottom of the screen, you see a button called React. That's to make it even more interactive, especially for the presenters. Exactly, that's the one. So let us know if you like something that you hear, or and give us some of the feedback throughout the session as well. So without further ado, let's go over to the presenters. And Jacoba, the floor is all yours. Good luck.
Hello, welcome everybody, and thank you for joining us today in this webinar about Raffles Milano and Masters in Interiors and Product Design. Today, here with me, we have Luigi Ciuffreda. I just wrongly muted him, so he should now unmute himself to be able to join the conversation, but I'm sure he's gonna make it on time. He is joining directly from Venice, where the Biennale di Venezia is about to start. Today and tomorrow there is the preview. And why is Luigi there? Because his studio presented an installation which, in case you're going to visit the Venice Biennale in the next few months, is the first one you're going to see at Arsenale. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to show us today because it's a preview. This is what we wanted to do, but they wouldn't let us. But here, Luigi, here you are. You can agree.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry for noise, because here is like a work in progress space. So there are some people that are working for the exhibition.
But this is how we like to do things, because also in the masters, it will be a working process all the time. So right now, without further ado, let's go into my short introduction about Raffles Milano, but then I will leave the stage to Luigi. I will make him some questions about the current state of the design world, interior and product. And thanks to this interview, we hope to give you some hints about how our master course in product and interior design is going to help you to enter this amazing business, amazing industry, which is the design world. So welcome to the design world. Raffles Milano is the latest born of a larger design network, which was born in Singapore, but was expanded to a lot of other countries in Asia, including China, India, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Saudi Arabia, and lastly, Milano. Why Milano? Probably because of the same reason why you're interested in studying in Milano, because Milano is a world hub for creativity, not just for the design world, but also fashion week. We do have numerous advertisement companies or all the services related to the creative industries are present in Milano. And this means that not just companies and studios are here, but also the most important professionals of this world come to Milano at least once a year to experience the city. And in this way, we would like to involve them in our educational experience and be your teachers. So this is shortly in numbers the Raffles Education Network, of which Raffles Milano is a part of. And here are some keywords that we like to use to describe ourselves. We are cosmopolitan because the school is international. It was not born in Italy, but it's in Italy. And in Milano, in the center of Milano, we create a small society, a small international group of people with several interests, gathering together to teach and to learn and to experience every day to build the world of design of the future. We mentioned the fact that we do not only offer design, but also fashion or visual communication related subjects. But we would like, and Luigi is going to go deeper into this later on, I'm sure, into the hybridization, in the cross-disciplinarity, because today not even one creative creative professional is stuck into just one discipline. Just an example, Luigi, why don't you introduce yourself and explain to our audience your connection with the other disciplines?
Of course, Jacopo, thank you very much. Welcome, everyone. I am Luigi Ciuffreda. I am an architect and designer. And about hybridization, my studio is very typical in this way because I have a studio together with a fashion designer. And this kind of studio, this kind of project can be very interesting for the future because now the trend of the design is exactly this. We can match together different aspects of the project from fashion. So we design from the collection of fashion to exhibitions, to interior design, to product and furniture. And this contamination is very important for us. And our clients call us exactly for this reason, because now people need to have this kind of fluid thinking about the design. So we work a lot in this way. We like to mix together the different field of design. And also this is the reason because we like in Raffles, because Tiziano also work in Raffles. And we like also to have some moments together with the other field of design, because in a real work, it's very important to this contamination. As designer, as interior or product designer, you will work also with the visual designer, with fashion designer for, I don't know, retail space or for some accessories or others. So this is the topic of Raffles and is also the topic of our studio. So we work a lot in this way and we are completely aligned with the Raffles, Raffles concept.
Thank you very much, Luigi. So going back to the keywords of Raffles Milano, this is the kind of activities, this is one of the activities that we would like our students to do in order to connect with other students, with other disciplines, and to add in their set of skills the ability to work and to deal with other professionals. So the school is very small. It's in the center of Milano. It's a very small school. The classes are really small. And this brings about two great opportunities. The first opportunity is to engage directly and in a personal level with all of the teachers. So it's like a boutique school where every teacher that comes get to know you personally. And the reason why a professional decides to come to the school to teach is not just because he likes teaching, he likes the contact in the younger generation, but it's also because they would like to scout for the best talents, for the companies he's working with, for his own studio, or for projects that they may be involved in. So the fact that we are an international school in the heart of Milano with a limited number of places, enabling students to go cross disciplines, it's a way for our teachers to be able to be sure to come to the school and to scout new talents, fresh talents with the right mentality in order to approach the contemporary world. Of course, the fact that we are small and that we welcome students from all over the world makes it also a very respectful environment of each one's identity, and also permits some time, of course, always in respect with the course structure, to give you space to ask for your interest and to adapt the course to your specific interest and needs. And so it's not just a respect of you like as a person, but a respect of you as a young professional. We will be able to slightly change the program or to accommodate your requests because you're not a lot, and we are willing to, to transform you and to have this transformative experience into our school. Let's go on. We mentioned the school. This is the building from outside. It's placed in the very center of Milano in the Porta Venezia district, which, by the way, it's also one of the Design Week district, and we will speak about it later on. But why don't we have a look at the inside? Let's see the video, please. So, as you've seen from the video, the kind of educational experience that we would like to offer is one where the professor is at the same level of the students. There is no desk and chairs. You are all at the same time in the same room, working on real case scenarios, trying to respond to clients' briefing and trying to come up with the design solutions to real life problems. And this is very important because it's really a methodology that will change the way that some people are used to in their university career. But Raffles Milano is in Milano, so we are also leaving the city. This means that your educational experience is not just going to be in the school, but it's also going to be a lot in the city. This means that you will have a lot of visits, for example, to the cultural institutions, the Triennale Milano or the Museum of Design, but you will get to create your personal network of professionals or of design studios or, for example, laboratories. Because we do have a laboratory at school where you can, start building your prototypes or start creating your design projects. But as a design professional, you will need to know who is operating and doing what in the city. And thanks to your course, thanks to Luigi, thanks to the other teachers, you will be able to start creating this network of local and international professionals. I mentioned already why Milano, Design Week, Fashion Week, Magnet of Creativity, so I don't think that I need to spend more time in it. We will definitely speak more about the Design Week after a few slides. We mentioned that for us, creativity has no borders, so we would like to involve you and to make sure that your creativity is not limited to the interior and product design world, but also to go beyond and meet the other disciplines. Now some facts. So I mentioned the fact that the classes are small, and sometimes we have 10 students in a course with 20 professors. This is a huge, something that makes Raffles Milano really unique in this panorama, because other universities, polytechnic, or even private design school have small classroom, but will never have this ratio of teachers to students. But why is this important? It's because of the personal and individual relationship that you will create with each of them. The fact that you will know them personally, and for them you're not just a number, you will be a person, he or she will get to know you, and can create something together in the future. Then why it's also important that the number of students is not huge, because who is your classmate today, who is your schoolmate today, might be your employer tomorrow, might be your client tomorrow, might be your business partner tomorrow. And the fact that every year you will have activities, not just with your class, but with all students of the school, makes it a very concrete possibility. Now the teachers. We mentioned the fact that the core of our teaching experience is the teacher. We do have a lot of personalities. We do have lots of people who work and live the world of design every day. They are professionals, academics, they are protagonists of Made in Italy. They are a lot, and of course, Luigi is one of them. Luigi not only is involved in the product and interior master course, he is also the vice academic director, so is personally involved in choosing and onboarding each of them, and is able to convey our philosophy and our way of teaching to every student that is involved in your course. But right now, Luigi, let's go on and speak about the course. But in order to speak about the course, I prepared a few questions about the design world in general that might help our audience, our students here, to understand why our course is developed the way it is. And the first question is, what are the established trends and the upcoming trends in design today, and why is this important, in relation to our course?
Okay, it's a very interesting question. In design, the time is very fast, and some things that years ago were super new now are like, are very, very important. Yes. So, for example, the sustainability, the emotional durability of the object and the spaces, the integration with physical and digital now are fundamental, are not a choice. Some things are very, very important for projects, and students and future designer needs to understand very well this. This is the base now for design. It's not the new things, but the future is very interesting, because you know that we are working with artificial intelligence. For example, in this Biennale is very interesting because the title of Biennale is Intelligence, Artificial, Natural, and Collective. So the artificial intelligence change a lot also the process of the design in each field, every field of design. So from interior to product to fashion is very, very important. So another aspect that is crucial now for designer is the storytelling of the projects. Now the function, some elements are very are the base. We need to work to tell a story, to find an identity. When you design an object, when you design a space, you need to create something that have a strong identity, a strong emotion. We work a lot with experience. We need to create experience space. We need to have experience with objects. So these are, for me, some keywords for the future trend. And also, obviously, like the one word that we spoke about, hybridization, is not only from, it's also in the project. This is very important. It's important to mix together different aspects. You can start from from a detail of fashion to create an armature. This vision, this open mind now is the trend. It's super important to be very open and to find the new way to be an interior or a product designer. Also, the scale is important. For this reason, for me, the master is super actual, because we work in different scale of projects, from product, so from small object to the space. So this means to control the project in from the very small detail to the strategy of the space and other aspect. So for me, this is the new trend of design.
Thank you, Luigi. And you mentioned, speaking of technology, the impact of artificial intelligence. But what are other innovations in the market? For example, material processes.
Everything is changing. The industry also changed something. Now there is also this hybridization is also about material. There are some hyper technological material that need to have like a warm touch. So sometimes industrial aspect go together with artisanal aspect. So also this mix is interesting, especially in design. In interior design is super important. So we can have something from the 3D printer, but we can add something in very artisanal way. The new trend is exactly this, to find the way to be very close to nature, to be very, we see a lot about nature, not only about sustainability, respect, ecological respect, etc. But we need to copy from nature, because in nature there is not, for example, there is not a concept of waste. And we need to do exactly this. We need to, when we design something, we need to think about the end of life of everything. We need to be circular. We need to choose material exactly in this way. From the starting of the project, when we start a project, we just need what at the end of this project, what happened with materials, what happened with this waste. We need to think a lot about this aspect.
And of course, this is implicit, but we will teach you to work in a circular way, and our course will teach you to think circularly.
We work a lot with material. We have a small material lab, but we have a lot out of Milan. In Milan, in the city, there are a lot of archives of fabric, of every material that we can use in our project. There is a digital part of when you can choose material color, but there are a lot of possibility to be very innovative with materials. There are some painting that are able to increase the quality of air, for example. So you need to know this new aspect of material. It's not only about choosing good material and not about the aesthetic, but all the aspects about the material and control the project.
What about the geography of design? So a lot of designers that I'm speaking with tell me that their clients are worldwide right now or are in Asia. And my question to you is Italy still relevant? Does it make sense for a young designer to study in Italy, and why?
Yes, Italy is very strong for design because we have a lot of good reality to that's realize, for example, furniture. In furniture and lighting, we are very strong, but also in fashion. You have to think that not only the thing about our field is important. If fashion is super developed in the city, also you will have a possibility to work in this field from, for example, as interior designer for retail and other aspects. So Milan and Italy are very strong in this way. There are a lot of possibility. We are the Made in Italy is one of the most important in the world, and it's in the future. I think nothing will change, and we will increase a lot. We will be very. Very unique also in the future. So I think that Italy is a strong nation, and Milan is a strong city where studied and start to work in design. There are a lot of new possibility also.
What about the emerging market? So Italy has been and still is very relevant, and thank you for this confirmation. But do you see like specific geographies or countries where design as an industry is growing, or there will be the need of interior and product designers.
Yeah.
So it's a possibility for our students then to, open a business or find clients in that geography.
Okay, there are a lot of opportunity in Italy, obviously, but in the rest of the world, you know that Asia is one of the most important for develop a huge project, etc. But I think that when you start to work, obviously you need to choose the city where something happened in this moment. But for me, the goal for the young designer can be also to stay in other country so bring something from Milan and go out and bring something new and develop a new economy, new opportunity. Asia is one of the best. We work a lot with Asia. We work in exhibition for Asia, but also in India. There are a lot of. But I think that now it's very fluid. There is not, some years ago, there were some strong cities, but now designers can change a lot the territory of the design. So it's challenging, to bring something new in, in also the small cities, and some designers start to produce some very typical design also in a small country. So there are a lot of opportunity. It depends from each one. And this is also one thing that I like in Raffles, that we work a lot in a very sartorial way with students. And we need to also understand with each student what can be the future of each one, and in which way we can improve the skills that are necessary for this. So it's a very personal, very tailor-made work with the students.
Yes, we mentioned this at the beginning. It's a boutique school and it's a tailor-made experience. We do have the framework of the course, but since you are not that many, you are able every time to speak out, to speak up, to tell the professors what you need, what is in your mind, and we will do our best to accommodate you. Last question about the generic design scenario and a link to our course. What skills should a contemporary designer develop today to be a strong and competitive player in the market? So if I should start, or as our audience is about to start their journey into the field of design, what are the skills that are more needed to be successful?
Okay, obviously that the base is to be very strong in some technology, some software and other things, but this is only the practical aspect. You need to be very strategic thinking. You need to know very well sustainable material. You need to be very sensitive in when you start to design something. You need to have a very strong culture, because the designer is one of the most important for me is very close to art, and so it's important to have a strong culture, and also one of the most important thing that you need to develop is to have a personal voice. So design now needs to be very close to something that is not only function, etc. We need to design something that is that is warm, that is close to the people needs to have this kind of touch. And so we work a lot in this way. So the ability to stay across the discipline, there are a lot of aspects. There is not only one, but with each one, it's important to develop a specific, because personal voice is very, very important.
Thank you, Luigi. So, having said all that, I strongly encourage you to go into the handout section, which is probably under the app menu in your interactive screen, because in the handout section, you will be able to download the course brochure, the name of which is PID, Product and Interior Design, as well as Raffles Milano admission process for master courses. The course brochure is there for you to read. It has some technical and practical information. The course starts every year in November. It lasts 1 year, so the end is in October. Of course, there is some holidays in December and August, so we will not, leave you at school 12 months without holidays. And also very important is that the master courses are organized so that in case you are a professional already and if you are a freelance, you will have some time to dedicate to your professional experience. So we organize the classes in the second part of the week and in afternoon/evening so that you have some time to dedicate to your clients, in case you have them, or in case you don't have them, to find a side job and to support your life in Milano. Then in the same brochure, you have the list of subjects, the list of learning outcomes. Our main partner is the Compasso d'Oro Museum, the Adi Design Museum. So you will find some useful information, but this is something, this interaction that we're having here with Luigi today, it's very important because we can get beyond the course brochure. So don't forget to use the question tab and ask me for practical aspects, or Luigi for any aspect related to the content of the course, your questions, because I will now go on with a few more aspects about life in Raffles, but in a couple of minutes, in a very few minutes, we will be dedicating our time to your questions. So let's go back to the presentation and let me speak about what it means to be a student in Raffles. First of all, we mentioned that we are a community of designers, and as a community, we developed a set of services that help you live the school and the city in the best way possible. The first agreement that we're making is with accommodation providers. So you are all international students, you come from very far, but we would like for you to have a smooth experience also in the transition, in the moving to a different city. So after you have an interview, a preliminary interview with me or with any of my colleagues who are admission advisor, we will share with you a list of accommodation providers, of agencies or dorms or residences that we developed an agreement with so that you can choose the best way to live Milano. But that is not all, because at school we have subscriptions to magazines, both fashion and design. We have some healthy food options always available at school, even if the school is located in one of the most vibrant neighborhoods, not just for design, but also for food. Or we do have lots of brands and partnerships partnerships with brands who bring their products and services at school. And we are also partners with two of the main events in the city, well, three of them actually, because we are the main partner, the main educational partner of Porta Venezia Design District, which is the hub of design next to the school. We are also part of the fashion graduate event, which gives our students the possibility, the fashion students, to have the possibility of having their collection displayed during Milano Fashion Week. But we are also partners with the Milano Pride Week. At school, there are a lot of common spaces with locker rooms so that you can leave your stuff at home, not at home, that you can leave your stuff at school and leave the school not just when it's open or when you have class, but also when you don't have class and you need a place to stay. I mentioned very briefly the Milano Design Week, but I'm now waiting for Luigi to come back because I saw that he was moving from one place to the other. And remember, he is in Venice because his studio is presenting a nice project during the Venice Design Biennale. Because this week, Luigi was the creative director of our extended presence in the Milano Design Week. Let's do like this. Let's check out the video together in which we can see a lot of the concepts that we spoke about so far. So please, let's check the video. I'm asking the director, because it's a mix of different disciplines. You see fashion, you see product design, you see interior design. We brought to the school companies, we made students work together, not just in products and in projects, but also in how the overall look of the school looked like. And we also welcomed at school some of the most important and outstanding voices of contemporary design today in our own podcast, which I encourage you to look for on YouTube. If you look for Raffles podcast, Milano Design Week, you can definitely hear from the most outstanding voices of design their experience during the Milano Design Week. The collaboration with companies and international studios is something that, it's for granted. We spoke about this already, but we didn't speak about competition and internships, because during your course, but also at the end of your course, we will encourage you and we will assist you in submitting applications to international competitions so that your project can gain visibility worldwide. But we will also support you in developing your own personal branding, your own portfolio. We will train you to do public speaking. We will help you, thanks to the career service, in presenting yourself to the job market as a young professional. I mentioned already that the first of the possibilities will come from the personal relationship that you will have with the professors, with the teachers and the lecturers. But don't forget the career service. It will help you gain your access to the world of the work, thanks to the connections that we have with companies and international studios. So in case your personal relationship with the professor will not land you to an internship, we will take care of this, don't worry. And the average after 1 year of graduation is 97% or more. Now the practical part. How does the admission process work? First of all, I encourage you once again to download the specific admission process for master courses in the handout section within the app section of our interface. So download this, because it has a much more detailed explanation of every step of the admission process, which I will briefly speak to you about. The step one is to book an online or a in-person interview with me or any other admission advisor. How do you do that? By registering to this workshop, you will receive, or will have already received, an email from your personal admission advisor, because we will take care of each of you personally. It can be me, it can be Eva, or it can be Laura. One of us will assist you throughout all the process. And the first thing that you need to do is to book an online info session with one of us, so that if you still have any questions, if you still have any doubts, we can clear your mind out before going on. The second step is to send the requested documents for the admission. Which are those documents? And you find the checklist in the attached PDF. It's your passport, it's your CV, it's your portfolio, it's your previous studies. So if you had a bachelor degree, we would like to see about that, but also your portfolio. So the motivational letter and your portfolio will be the two most important parts of your application. We will check this together. If anything is missing, we will let you know. If anything should be done better, we will let you know, because we would like that every submission is already crafted in the best way possible. And once all these documents are submitted, I will, me or my colleagues, we will schedule an interview with the course leader or with Luigi as the, in his position of academic director, or with our scientific director, Carlo Percolini. So in this admission interview, welcome back, Luigi, and we can also hear about you. For example, what do you expect from a candidate in product and interior design? What are you looking at in the student's portfolio or in the motivational letter? What makes a candidate stand out from the others? If you are there, maybe there is some connection issues. I can start replying to this question because I've seen many portfolios and many CVs and motivational letter. As far as the motivational letter is concerned, we would like for you to be as much honest as possible and to speak from the bottom of your heart. The motivational letter is a way for us to get to know you beyond, the CV, the classic documents. So it's a way for you to let us know who you are that we cannot see from a CV, that we cannot see from a portfolio, to let us know why you would like to come to Italy, why you're choosing Raffles Milano, why or which subject you are looking forward to do, or which professor you look forward to meeting. So this is honestly a very powerful tool that you have to let us know about your personality. So we prefer 100 times a sincere letter than a very structured letter in paragraph, introduction, conclusion, in a very styled way. So for the motivational letter, my suggestion is speak from the bottom of your heart, speak personally, don't copy, don't ask ChatGPT to do that because we will notice, and make sure it's real from you and very personal. In terms of portfolio, on the other hand, what we would like to see is two things. First thing, it should be well organized. It should have its own style as a document. It's not just a collection of images. You can include your CV in your portfolio. It can be the same document. It should have and it should transmit who you are as a designer. And so it should have a template. It should, communicate already how you organize information. And this is the number one quality. The second quality is that it should be a selection of projects. It should not show us all the projects that you did in your creative lifetime, but it should be a carefully selected selection of projects. And every project should communicate to us something different. So, for example, if you made 2 projects and in each of them you used, a 3D printer machine to build your prototype, one of them is redundant, because if you are showing 2 projects, but the same skill is applied in the same project, in both of the projects, and we know, thanks to the first one, that you know how to use a 3D printer, maybe the second one is not necessary, and the first one is already enough. So choose projects that show us which skills you have in terms of softwares, in terms of hardware, in terms of abilities that you have, so that everyone has a specific communication purpose. Now, Luigi is apologizing. He is reconnecting, so he's had some connection issues. Once again, he is live from Venice Design Biennale, but is finding a way to reconnect and will be with us for the Q&A section. So the portfolio is there. We submitted it. You are having this interview with the program director. After a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, your admission advisor will tell you about the outcome of the interview. And at this point, you will get the admission confirmation, as well as a set of documents for you to review, complete, sign, and let us have back. What are those documents? The first document is the enrollment form, in which you complete your personal information, and it's your official request of enrollment to the specific program that you gained admission for. And it is also the general terms and conditions, which will regulate the relationship between you and the school. The second document is the payment plan option. And why is there a document dedicated to that? Because in the document that you can download from the handout section, you will see that every program has a fee structure, which is made of enrollment fee and tuition fee. And usually the sum for the well, not usually, the sum for the product and interior design master course is 27,000 euros for non-European students and 22,000 euros for European students. But why is there the need of an extra document explaining the fees? It's because according to the moment of the year in which you make your application, according to if you choose the payment plan in installments or altogether at the same time as an upfront payment, if you participate to a scholarship competition and maybe you win it, there might be ways to lower the tuition fee. And as an example, you still have time until the end of May, so 3 weeks are left, to take advantage of the early bird promotion, in which we can give you 20% discount off the tuition fee. And it's not, I mean, it's a considerable amount of money. So consider applying in the next few days, go through the steps within the end of May, and we will be able to apply 20% off the tuition fee. Consider this because honestly, it's a great opportunity that you have to lower the tuition fee. Concerning scholarships, we also offer scholarship. One of them just finished. We had the deadline at the end of April, but stay in touch with us for any particular, for any other scholarship that we will launch in the next weeks, in the next month. Welcome back, Luigi. Actually, you are just on time because we are now ready for the Q&A session. So let's go straight, and we will have Luke helping us in with this session.
Yes, great. Thank you. Let's dive right in. A question from Denisa. I want to know more about the program and how long does it last, just to make sure.
So I will reply to this. It's a very technical question. Your answer is in the course brochure that you can download from the handout section. The course starts every year in November, around mid-November, and ends at the end of October. So it's 1 year availability that we will ask you, but then, for example, in December you will have some holidays, in Easter you will have some holidays, in August you will have some holidays, so the number of hours is not spread around 12 months, but instead around 10, we can say that.
Okay, thank you. And next question from Atina. I want to know more about the subjects. I think this was a bit in the beginning of the subject, so I don't know if it's been answered.
It's okay, but let's repeat it. I think it's good. Luigi, would you like to reply to this question about the subjects, or would you like me to reply that?
Yes, sorry for the, I had some problem with my phone. Okay, we have different subjects. You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So there are different subjects in our master. We start usually from some projects that are very, to say, propedeutical, just to understand your level, your skills, and other things. But usually we have projects from the different scales. So we can start from a product design project with a real brief with some brands. We can develop project in interior for, I don't know, retail design, exhibition, design hospitality, or other aspect. So the idea is to have each month a project. The structure of the master is very close to the professional practice. So we have 1 month to develop a project, and we have also some courses that help us with some topic. But the idea is to have each month a project, different project. At the end of the master, you will construct a very strong portfolio with 6 or 7 different projects from interior to product design. So it depends. Each year change because we work with the real brand, and so the subject can change each year. But the idea is to have also this kind of project. So from product to interior with the real brand and to construct a strong project. Usually we have at the end of the master a final project. The final project, the subject of the final project is a choice of the students, because we ask students at the end of the master which is the best for you as a designer. You can develop a project in interior or in product design. You can create something that mix together these two fields of design. So the idea is that at the end of the master that the students and the designer can develop something that is very personal.
Good,
Thank
great,
you.
thanks. Laura had a question. Is it possible to combine a master course with a job?
Okay, I briefly mentioned this at the beginning of, during the presentation, and well, I have, I will reply in two ways. So technically, yes, it's possible, because the lessons, the classes are placed, as I mentioned, at the end of the week. So starting from Wednesday or Thursday until Saturday, and in the afternoon/evening hours. So this will leave time for students to go on with their own freelance jobs or part-time jobs on the side. And this is the technical and official answer. Then I will give my personal answer, which is the course is going to be very demanding in terms of energy, because not only you will have classes, but you will also have to dedicate time to developing projects with your classmates, with the teachers, and so on and so forth. So if you do have a commitment outside of the school, this might take some time or some energy off to the commitment that you're giving to the course. So technically, yes, it is possible, but if you are able to dedicate 100% of your energy to the course, this would be the best choice, in my opinion. So consider these two aspects before, taking on a new job before coming to the masters. But if you really need it, you have the time to do that.
Okay, great. Thank you. I hope that answered the question for Laura. Next question from Elena. Do you recommend this course to someone who studied graphic design or art direction?
Okay, so that's a very tricky question, because this course is for designers, is for students who started their bachelor degree within the design field intended as interior or product, and who would like to extend their skills and knowledge in the other field. Because we know right now that bachelor degrees are mainly dedicated to one or the other subject. Having said that, we do have a list of prerequisites. We do have a list of skills and softwares that the students should know before enrolling to the masters. And even if the students studied a different subjects, for example, graphic design and art direction, but they have a strong interest in the world of design, a strong interest in the product or interior world, or even if they had professional experience because they were art director or graphic designers for product or interior design studio, we would not say no to them. We would, examine their personal educational journey, their personal professional journey, the reason why they would like to do this masters, and in case they already have the prerequisite, they can get immediate admission. In case they don't have the prerequisite, there might be time for them to fill the gap and arrive to November with the necessary skills in order to enter the class. So if the question is, would you recommend this course to somebody coming from the graphic design, I would say no, it's not a recommendation. We do have other courses. We have the visual design and communication master course, for example, which is perfect for those who are still in that area and would like to know more. But if we have a student with that kind of background, graphic design, art direction, who is really, really, really interested in entering the interior and product design world, we can make it happen, but we will check the situation of the student personally. And I hope it replies to the question. Luke, you're muted.
Yeah, thanks. So I saw the thumbs up, so I hope that was answered. For now, the last question we received is from Denisa. Where should I attend the lectures for interior design, and also can I learn from home?
Denisa, as much as we would like to offer online courses, we believe strongly in the personal connection and in the presence. So, no, you cannot learn from your home. You should really, really, really come to Milano, not only because the teachers will be here and you will develop personal relationship with him or her, but because you will be surrounded in a city fully dedicated to design. And so our academic master offer is entirely offline. This doesn't mean that there will not be the possibility sometime to host an online conference, for example, and that if for whatever reason you or any other of your classmates need to follow online one or more classes, this is going to be possible. But in general, our academic offer is in presence.
Okay, thank you.
Also, I saw another question, since we still have a few minutes, from Jacob, asking if we offer transferable credits. And this is a very good question. And also, let me conclude, let's say, my presentation of the course with a very important information. So we spoke about the fact that the master course changes every year. It's very innovative. It follows the trends of the market. It invites every year a new set of professionals to be at school. And we are able to do so because our institution and our master course is private. It means that we are not bound to follow the structure of master courses, which is pre-approved by the Ministry of Education, I don't know, 15 years ago, and it's never updating itself. On the other, and this means that our master course is a private professional master course. On the other hand, we give the students who own a bachelor degree already the possibility to validate the credit of the master course that we do with us and to gain in that way transferable academic credits through a partnership that we did with Università Marconi of Roma. This means that if you have an accredited bachelor degree, follow the private professional master course with us. At the end of the program, you might ask Unimarconi to validate our credits and transform them into academic credit and get a first level master degree. So this is not it's an extra option that we give you because we don't think that this is necessary to start working. Whoever will offer you a job, or if you're creating your own studio, you will not need accredited credits or accredited degree. You will need a strong portfolio and strong set of skills. But in case you need such credits for any reason, you have this option, and you have this option thanks to the partnership we developed with Unimarconi.
Great. Thank you. And again, thumbs up. All right. So I see one more question actually came in. Rusena, are there any workshops, programs, or facilities aimed at helping us immerse ourselves in the local culture?
Most definitely, yes. First of all, we are a community, and as a member of this community, you will be involved in a set of activities throughout the year, starting from the 72-hour workshop to the design week participation, the fashion week, the pride partnership that we have, and that's one. Second, the very location of the school, which is in the city and not outside of the city, makes it very easy for you to immerse yourself in the local culture because you physically are immersed in one of the most vibrant. And I live in this neighborhood, so I love this neighborhood. And it's a place where local and international people like to live and not just work. But then always 100% of the time in each program there are some activities that will bring you outside of the school and within the city. We will make you visit museums, we will make you visit studios, we will make you create your own network, as I mentioned before, and this is your way of connecting with what happens in the city.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Jacobo, for all those answers. Yeah, I don't see any further questions at this stage. I think everything has been cleared up, it seems.
Yeah.
I do like to point out maybe, yeah, for all the attendees, if you could please answer the polls as well. Also for the people that watch the recording, by the way, you can all participate in these interactive options. So if you're watching this, do by all means let us know your feedback as well. And also you can actually still write questions as well. All right, those were the questions so far, and I think then slowly we can round off the session. I have a last polling question actually for everyone, because we'd like to know how we did. So I'm going to put that on the screen, and here we go, just nicely over my head. So how do you feel the session went? Let us know. If you want to comment anything, by all means, do that through the chat. And I hope you enjoyed the session, of course. And yeah, last word over to you, maybe Jacobo, to round it off.
Yes, well, thank you, Luke. I thank you, Luigi, who lost definitely his connection with us. Yeah. But I specifically and most of all welcome the audience who stayed with us today and was very interactive and asked so much interesting questions. To all of you, I really, really hope, I strongly hope to meet all of you in Milano very soon. So good luck, and let's keep in touch.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.